Alright guys, well, I am back and you can see it's together, right? I gotta dust everything off. Yeah, I had to trim back quite a bit to get it to set. Now here, let me say this. When you're doing this, and again, nobody's telling you this stuff. I don't understand why. Well, I mean, I do. Most guys aren't doing this stuff themselves. A shop is doing it, and the shop don't want you to know this stuff. That's why you're at this channel. That's everything that I put on here. I'm not, like I said, I do not brag. I'm trying to help people do what it is I've learned to do. I've been doing this stuff literally since my first car at 13, I think. Yeah, my mom helped me rebuild a motor for it, and it was my car. And again, it's been that passion since then. And this stuff, I've learned it over the years. I say again, I started before there were, computers in cars. Points and condensers, if you know what those are, you know how old that, how far back I go. I'm 51 now, but, the transition wasn't difficult to make. A lot of the guys I used to work with dropped out, of the industry because of the ODB1, then ODB2, and now CAN bus. I hate it. Don't buy CAN bus, guys. I'm telling you, you're gonna pay in the end. It's not worth it. If you're a millionaire and you ain't worrying about your car, or if you got enough money to throw at it, go ahead and CAN bus it. Those systems are just ridiculous, and it limits you what you can do. But anyway, back to the point. Trim back slowly, test fit. If it's not feeling like it's going down nice, then you're going to be crushing that spacer by the filter in the pump. Take it back out, take a little bit more material off to get that, to relieve the pressure off of that filter. Just take your time. Don't rush this. This is something you don't want to have fucking break down on you on the expressway. Because you shortchanged yourself. So don't do that. You learn more by going slow. And remember, all this is memory. That is it. That's all mechanics is. They can tell you all the schooling and all of this other stuff. BS. If you know the fundamentals of how a motor or any of this works, a memory is all you need. Sorry, I think I'm being ousted from my outside shop here by, I don't know what the hell it is. Maybe a mouse? I don't know. But he don't like me over here. Keeps making a shitload of noise. But as you can see, it's sitting in there, all wired up, black to black, red to red, and then ran my new pickup tube. That's not it. It's right there. They give you clamps for it. There's no point in the clamp. Mine's set. I was able to seat these over both barbs. I put the one on the pump first because it's hard to get in there. And then this one that goes to the basket, I put on after. Just make sure they're seated. Get both of those barbs inside that hose and you're going to be good to go. I got my compressor out here, so you can see all this dust. That's from taking material off. I used a fine, let me show you. Here you go. I used that. Again, I was able to take small little bits of material off at a time, which that's what I wanted to do. Remember, you could always take off more material. You can never put more back on, okay, on these parts. So take it slow, take it steady, test fit, pull it back out if it doesn't feel right, test fit. Make sure you check that O-ring that's on the inside, make sure it's there and it's seating on that pickup tube. And test fit over and over until you get it to where it feels right. Now, when I say feels right, when I put the pump back on the cup this last time, it slid down and clicked. Slight resistance, not much. The little O-ring in there and the little tube, that's going to give you a little resistance. But as far as the filter sitting too low, no. If it was sunnier out, I could probably look through that and see exactly where that filter's sitting. But it's on the bottom. It's back where the stock one was. But again, take my time, over, slow, take some material off, test fit, and make sure that that part you're modifying is true. You want it to be as flat as possible. If you got a straight edge, that'll help you when you're taking off material. But remember, slow and steady until you get it where you need it. Click it together and then she's good to go. Had I not had to modify that bracket that held the OEM one, yeah, that would have been drop and go. I mean, literally drop and go. That little keep that's on there, to me, it's a spacer as well as a keep. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. But again, you could see once I modified it, this would not fit around the head of it. You can see that little lip there. That's why I say keep. Sorry, it's blurry. But because the head of that pump is way bigger than that. But you could see this was the starting distance, and I had to take a just maybe that much more off to get it right where I needed it to be. And then, like I said, she just snapped in. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna blow this thing off, clean it before I drop her back in, and clean up my area inside the car before I drop the whole pump inside. Hook my battery up and connect everything, and take her for a blast. But if this thing's working like it's supposed to, I'm not gonna have any issues with fuel delivery anymore. I had a slight, once I jumped on it, it did a little dog on its face for a quick second. So that's, like I said, what made me go to here. Besides, I've done the tune-up on it already. So that's what led me to thinking the fuel pump was having some issues. You could see it's corroded. This has to be the stock pump. I mean, not has to be, but I'm going to think it is. Maybe not. Maybe it's just an old one. But yeah, I'm ready to feel what the difference is. All right, guys. I will hit you back probably once I start making that access cover. Okay.